And although I use this setting lotion, if for whatever reason, like a few months ago, my sister, she knocked it over and it poured out, and she didn't even have the nerve. I mean, she told me, didn't tell me. So I had to use this, which is Isoplus wrap lotion, and I'll use that as the setting lotion. So basically what I do is I always start in the back, and what I do is I'll part it across the head. I'll take the part in the front and I'll pin it with like a clip or something to keep it out the way. And then I do in 3 lines because it just makes it easier for me. Right here, this row, and then this row. And what I do is this, I'll take this section and I'll pin this part up. And then when I'm doing this section, I will go ahead and put on the setting lotion and the jojoba oil. And with the jojoba oil, for each section, I usually use like 3 or 4 drops of it. And it's hard to show it, but it drips out. You have to be careful with this because it leaks. And so I just keep a piece of tissue under it. But like that. And you can actually use this on your oil, so on your skin, so it's not going to kill you. The nice thing about the jojoba oil is it's nice and thin, and so when you put it on your hair and then once you blow dry it and do however you're going to fix it, it's going to end up being nice and thin. You take your fingers through your hair without them being oily. Now, once you're done with all of this and you've done each section, I like to use these curlers because it lets air circulate, and if you're using a hair dryer, it can circulate through. I usually sit under a hair dryer, and I try not to keep, my hair is long, so I try not to keep it on the highest setting, because unfortunately it will burn your hair if you do that and you keep it on too long. But I've recently been working from home, so I just let it air dry, and that's what I've done today. And when it's dry, I go ahead and I usually just go ahead and take them all out, but for this, I'll just show you what I take out a small section and show you how you can blow it out. Now, I don't like using a flat iron. I think there's 2 reasons why I don't. First of all, it sort of makes your hair flat, and then if you say you want to change the way you have your hair and like curl it, it's a little more difficult to get it to curl. Next, I just don't think it's a cute look. I mean, like, I think hair should look bouncy. It should move. I don't wrap my hair either. My sisters wrap their hair. There's only one thing I think when people wrap their hair that they should probably look out for, and that's like using too much grease, because it'll end up being so pin straight that you can't really do a whole lot with it. And it doesn't have any movement because of either they're using a grease that is too thick or they're using just too much. And you have to use something to make your hair shine. This is the hair dryer that I use. It's an Ion 1875 Turbo. I love it. And I love it because it works really quick, and it takes a while for it to blow out. You know what I mean, where it'll cut off because it's overheating. I hate that. You see what happens when other people use your stuff? I mean, honestly. So what I do is I blow my hair out usually. I will go ahead and...
What's that brush you're using?
This is some brush that I got at Sally's because it was on sale. And I think it has like I'm not sure what type of bristles it has. I'm not sure if it's, was it boar bristles? I'm not sure if it is. I think it is, but I'm not for sure. But at first I didn't like this brush, and I like the brushes that have the holes in it so that the air can go through. Sometimes I thought when I first got this that because it didn't have where the air could go through, that would overheat and it sort of damage your hair, and you can sort of smell your hair starting to sort of burn. But I haven't noticed that lately, so I have been using it. Now usually I'll try to get all of it smoother, but what you can notice is that the ends, you can get them really smooth doing it this way. And one thing to make it move, like you do it one way, but if you just do it that one way, it doesn't bounce and move so much, as much as you'd like it to. So then I'll go the other way. I like getting it nice and smooth on the ends, which is something that, like, if you use a curling iron or a flat iron, I don't think it always gets these ends as smooth as you might want them to be. And I'm obsessed with it being smooth. But I just go section by section. I'm not sectioning off with the comb or something. When you blow it out, you see how it moves and you can just do like that? I think that's why I really like this process. And
Can they find the blow dryer and how much?
I found this at Sally's, and I'm pretty sure, because I'm cheap, that it was at most $30. And I asked the salesperson, because I had a blow dryer and it would cut out all the time.
Okay, and how much is the perm?
The perm, I already said, it was $5.
You did?
Yeah. If you're paying more than $5, you're at the wrong store.
Okay, and is that all the products and everything?
Yes, Amber, it is.
Okay, and we'll be back later to probably either show you the final product or go through the how to get the final product so you can see how it really turns out.
Like a dog or something at the pet show.
And there's nothing like really on my hands like with the products. If you can see, like, it's not extra greasy or anything. Okay.
Okay, Amber.